do silly things. Hello! Welcome to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. I'm Renee Marie. I am so excited about today's show. We start the telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right here on Madhouse TV, and we're having a kickoff all fired up like you just heard on the intro. We're all fired up about the telethon, and today is going to be an extremely exciting show. First, I want to give a shout out to the over 200 people that gave me a happy birthday on Facebook. I am so honored and privileged and blessed to have, and Michael was one of them. I was so honored to have connected with so many of you, and a lot of personal emails and phone calls and text messages, and I'm overwhelmed. So I really just want to give you a shout out and say thank you to you for the birthday wishes. Every day is a birthday as far as I'm concerned, but I really just want to thank you. Today is going to be an awesome show. We are going to have my guests to my left and my right, my co-host, my Language of Love team, and my foundation team, and my telethon team. We have some extraordinary entertainment today, operatic, which I don't know if you know, but I come from an opera background. My mom is an astounding opera singer. Her name is Mayra Prado. She is in Mexico teaching at a university. She is astounding. We have a banker. So before I get into all that, let me welcome my co-host, Bobby Baby Walker. Woo!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Bobby Baby Walker.
Hello.
Welcome to Madhouse TV
And
and Stroke of Luck.
Yes. And the extraordinary Judy. Yay! And the extraordinary, wonderful Michael. Yay!
Michelangelo.
Welcome to Stroke of Luck and welcome to the Madhouse. We're all mad here.
This is the fourth shot. Hello, how are you?
This is the
the
fourth
fourth
shot.
shot. Everybody point to the fourth shot. Hello. We want to make sure we get on the right camera. So, how is everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bobby, you're excited about the show today?
Absolutely, absolutely. We got a lot of great guests and looking forward to it.
You were chatting with them out in the lobby,
yeah.
out in the green room. We got a green room here at Madhouse TV. It's awesome. So, did any little secrets you learned or any information you learned? Just a little piece about one of the guests you were talking to.
Nancy is a really nice lady.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
and
very
she
nice
is
lady.
one of our stroke survivors.
Right. She's a stroke survivor, and I'm looking forward to speaking with her.
Yes.
On camera.
Yeah. And Judy, I got to thank Judy because Judy has worked overtime this week. Not only is she our PR press for our telethon and my foundation, but she actually went out of her way this week to get a lot of guests on the show
To
and
arrange
stroke survivors and for the telethon. So it really is extraordinary. So thank you so much, Judy.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. We are so ecstatic about a big surprise we have today.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. We are going to rock the world. Not only America, but we are rocking the world with our announcement today because it's huge. It's huge. Yay! So before we get into that, here's my friend, Michael. Michelangelo.
Well, the developments for this telethon have been coming along quite nicely. And I can't believe it's been just about a year since we started. We actually didn't even think about it. We says, you have an idea. Why don't we do a telethon?
Yes.
And here we are a year later and
Yes.
less than 2 months, less than 3 months away.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually have it. It's come around already. And, the original idea, of course, was to have some bands come on and do some performances. But due to the amount of people and the response was just completely amazing, we had to change the whole program. So now what we're doing is we're asking all our co-producers here on Madhouse TV and people out there, I don't know which camera I'm looking into, but
I believe it's that one.
Over there. Hi, everybody.
It's that one.
Hi,
Hello.
Yes, you people out there are co-producers.
You people.
Out here on Madhouse TV. We'd like you to submit some videos and some performances of some of the best performers that you've had who want to get involved in our telethon, and we will review them for airing. And if you want to, it would be a good idea if they can come on and actually talk about their videos also.
And they could, if you have any guests on your show, maybe they could do a little plug for our telethon.
That's what we want to do too. We want everybody to plug the telethon, and of course, in return, we will plug your shows too. Let's plug away, baby.
Let's
do
plug.
some plugging.
Not only we plug, we wing it. That's our thing. Wing, 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 wing.
So we have a lot of really wonderful people who have already responded to our telethon who want to get involved in it. And we're also asking out there if you could possibly give us a little, if anybody wants to volunteer, whatever they can, let us know. Maybe they can help out a little bit with our telethon. March 29th, 2015, on a Sunday, right here from Madhouse TV in Deer Park, Long Island, New
All right,
York.
so send in those videos.
And what's the purpose behind the?
Of course, you know that this is all because it's all because of Renee Marie bringing forth to us the knowledge of stroke and aphasia awareness.
Right.
As you know, aphasia is a disease that is developed after people have stroke, which affects the motor skills. Doesn't affect your intelligence at all, but it affects the way you can speak sometimes.
It affects,
Yeah,
you know, that's
It
something.
really doesn't affect
Your
your
ability
intelligence.
to
Yeah, but
communicate.
I got to
is,
tell you, that's, I have a little, and I know what you're saying, because the, what's the word I'm looking for? The research, that's the word I'm looking for. The research has said that it really doesn't affect your intelligence. However, being a stroke survivor and having, what's that? Oh, I touched my microphone. Being a stroke survivor, we're on live TV. Being a stroke survivor and having experienced it, I could tell you that it does affect your mind. It does defragment your brain a little bit. What do you think, Bobby?
I think.
Knowing me.
No, I actually don't think it really affects your intelligence.
No,
it
it doesn't.
It might
Yeah.
affect your mind.
Right,
and
you're right.
The way
You're
you
right.
think.
And you have
because-
to retrain.
And you have to
Yeah,
retrain yourself, and it does
absolutely.
take a lot of very
Right,
a lot of
it
heavy
affects
and
your
aggressive,
ability to communicate.
Right.
I
Yes, yes. But you know, sometimes, and I've said this, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. And am I blue in the face yet?
No. Actually, you could never get blue in the face because everything that you have
my
to say.
my shirt is like.
Well, we can tell,
Oh,
we
there
can
it
tell if
is.
your face matches yours. And so far, so good.
But honestly, I sometimes my brain was so scrambled, and I couldn't understand what somebody was saying. And I guess that's different than your intelligence.
It is.
Your
It
intelligence
definitely is.
doesn't take away from your knowledge you've learned in your life and your wisdom, but it does. I guess that would be communication. Is it scrambles your
Your
brain
ability to
that
communicate,
that I
Well,
can understand.
it's a physical thing that's happening.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and your brain, since you still have your intelligence and the way that you want to think, and you get frustrated because your intelligence is telling you, I can't do this, but I can do it. I
Right.
can do it.
I've
and
done
I
it
can do and I
before.
will do it. And
I've-
I will do it. And this is your therapy. This is part of your therapy where you push yourself and you get
And I
aggressive.
believe your positive attitude had a lot to do with your recovery also.
Thank you,
You had a
thank you.
Very positive.
And that has a lot to do with your intelligence.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
And I believe that
Not only, and that positive attitude, if she hadn't had that stroke, she would have been over the top.
Yeah, but I believe everything happens for a reason, and I absolutely believe I joined. I announced a few weeks ago that I was considering joining John Maxwell or Jack Canfield for personal coaching from their team, and I actually joined Jack Canfield. Woo! Yeah. And the reason I was saying that was that one of the things I was listening to the tape on the way here. One of the things that Jack teaches in his success principles is you have to determine what your purpose is in life. And if I didn't have a stroke, it wasn't I didn't suffer a stroke. It was a stroke of luck. And that's why this show is called Stroke of Luck. And that's why my book is called Stroke of Luck, because I really, really, really honestly believe that it was a stroke of luck, that I look at the positive. I have a lot of limitations in my life from my physicality and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes my brain gets a little tired that I can't think, but I never like look at it like a deficiency. I always look at it like, oh, a stroke of luck, and let's move on and let's do what I can do. So
Well, that was your intelligence and your heart speaking.
Yeah.
Because I myself, as being a minor stroke survivor myself, I can't believe I'm getting out of breath. No, I'm still having some issues from heart surgery and from a heart attack that I had earlier this year. But I had the greatest doctors in the world, and I'm doing well. But I'm also, again, as far as it being a stroke of luck, yes, I felt that my minor stroke was a little bit of a wake-up call and a luck, because as I've been told, and I believe that Janine was the one who coined the phrase for me, because this is what I've been doing a lot of my life, was she called me a conduit, which is something that brings people together.
Wow.
Or maybe it might have been Tommy who actually said it. But she's the one who brought it forth. I have to give Janine the credit for it. Yes, I do. Can we get a picture of Janine up there on the screen?
I promise. But you know, we're gonna have to. We are rocking and rolling through this whole show. Bobby and Judy
Michael.
and
She's
Michael.
still recovering.
Michael, Judy, Bobby. We all have a lot of information to share today, but we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. We have Florence, the Senior America from 2007. She's going to be performing an astounding operatic Italian Mozart classic. We'll be right back.
There you have it.
We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Is this reality? No, I don't feel okay. I need my kaleidoscope of colors to lead the way. I'm riding in my car and I'm coming on around the bend. It's a chase, this twisted race. I'll be on top again. I'm not gonna let you take me down. It's gonna be the whole 9 yards or nothing.
Hello, welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. We're really honored and privileged to have our next guest, Florence Hechtel. I knew I was going to, and Joe Graziotto. I said that well. My Spanish came into a little bit of use there with my accent. And Judy, you know Florence from
New York Senior America, and she is Ms. New York Senior America 2007.
That's awesome. That's perfect. And I know you're going to be singing an astounding operatic Italian Mozart. And could you tell us the name of it?
It's called Porgi Amor.
Porgi
It's from
Amor.
The Marriage of Figaro by Mozart. It's the Countess's lament that her husband no longer loves her.
And Judy, Florence, sorry, I was thinking of the question I want to ask you. Can I ask something? How did you get into singing?
I was 3 years old when I started singing, and people liked my voice, and I just had an obsession with it.
Where were you born?
I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, in the
Wow.
West Indies,
Wow.
and I grew up there. I came here when I was 22, back in 1961, since I'm now 75.
Wow. And
I'm
let's
still
hear it for,
singing.
let's hear it for Florence. Woo! 75 and looking awesome.
Oh,
You
thank
look
you.
beautiful.
I'm still singing.
You look beautiful. Still singing.
Thank you. The pageant was kind of an accident. I didn't know about this pageant, and I was singing in church on Easter Sunday in 2006, and this very fashionable lady came up to me and asked me to share my hymnal. And at that time, I said yes, and then after church, she said, "Are you over 60?" And I said, "Yes, I'm 66. So she said, "You have to be in this pageant."
Wow.
And with much persuasion, I ended up being in the pageant, just going in for fun, never expecting to win.
Wow. Well, that's
So-
usually how it happens.
Yes.
Some people see that you have a gift and you use that gift. And before I let you begin your beautiful song, how did you meet Joe? Your husband, Joe, is your husband.
Yes, that's another crazy story.
Stories are like
yeah.
very crazy. Speak into the mic a little bit closer.
Okay, I also teach piano lessons as well as voice lessons, and I had about 25.
Look right into this camera. So all
Okay.
all our friends and guests in the green
Okay.
room and around the world can listen to you.
I had about 25 children in a festival, and he was the judge of the festival, and you have to take the judge to lunch. That's part of the protocol. So
Oh, I got to remember that. I got to, because I'm single, so I have to remember that I have to take the judge to lunch.
I took the judge.
Remind me of that,
took
Judy,
the ju-
okay?
I took the judge to lunch, and then and he invited me to
Oh, wait,
lunch.
I got to
and
ask you something.
I said,
How did you just know you liked him, so you wanted to ask him?
No, we were supposed to ask the judge.
Oh, it
to
was
lunch.
the honest
teachers,
truth.
The teachers, yes.
I thought you liked him,
Oh,
that you
no,
just.
no.
Oh,
And then he asked me back to lunch, and
and that's how things. That's awesome. That's
5 years
awesome.
later we got married.
Okay, so we're gonna let you do your wonderful song, and we'll to get out of your way. Here's Florence and Joe. That's okay. Florence, that was spectacular. It was beautiful. You can tell you sing from your heart and your soul. So thank you so much. I'm blessed to have met both you and your husband, Joe. And we're going to see you on our telethon.
Absolutely.
And we're honest and privileged to have you dedicate your time to us and our foundation. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
We'll be right back. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And once again, it's reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on reneemarielanguageoflove.org. Once again, it's reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hello, welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. Wasn't Florence and Joe magnificent? Let's hear it for them again. Woo! All right, now we have a special lady in the house. And I'm very interested in her title. Her name is Terry. How do you say your last name, Terry?
George, as in
Oh,
curious.
Terry, Curious George.
Yes.
Terry and Frank, what's your last name, Frank? Doyle, Frank Doyle. We are in this, of course, this is Judy to my left. Woo! And so I got to ask you a question, Terry.
Sure.
Where'd you get the name The Singing Banker?
Because I'm a branch manager and I sing at various fundraisers throughout the Huntington Township.
Wow.
And that's how they labeled me. Oh, you're the singing banker.
So people just titled you that, and that was what stuck.
And it stuck with me.
That's
Yeah.
what. Do you ever sing at the bank?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and
Yes, I do.
what do you sing at the bank? Like,
Well,
like
especially-
when you're sitting at the your counter, do you like break into song?
Sometimes I do, especially when it's raining. I always sing rainy days and Mondays and things of that nature. So it's sometimes we'll even go to the drive-through
Really?
and sing to the
That's
customers on the
awesome.
drive-through.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Judy, how did you meet Terry?
Well, I was at a fundraiser for visiting nurses, and it was at the Larkfield Manor in Northport. And I heard this beautiful voice, and I said, I've got to see who this is. And I went in, and when she finished singing, I said, oh my God, you are the best. You're giving me goosebumps. I've got to have your name and number. I've got plans, big plans for you in the future.
And what were those plans? I know what they are, but tell the audience, because she's got to start getting some votes, right? Who votes? So tell us who it is, and then.
Well, when I saw her and I heard her sing, I said, this is a candidate for a Ms. New York Senior America pageant. Now, she's missing out on it this year because her birthday is in June and the pageant is in May. However, next year, she is definitely going to be a contestant in the pageant. She's going to audition. She's going to win them over. She's going to compete, and she is going to win. To the nationals.
I think you're going to win.
National Senior America
I
pageant.
absolutely think you're going to win.
And you're going to be a queen.
I heard you doing your little rehearsal, and you're beautiful. So you'll definitely win.
you.
We used to have a prior co-host, not a co-host, but a prior host of the Madhouse TV, Gail King. She was also, Tommy, did she won Senior America? Do you know the year she won it in? Yes, but Gail King, she was a Senior America as well. So,
Wow.
So thank you for introducing
You're
and
quite
bringing
welcome.
Terry to our world, and I really want to thank you for being a part of this huge vision we have for strokes and aphasia. You're really making a difference. Music is a language of love. That's why I called my foundation a language of love, because we know that music is a language of love.
It certainly is. Yes,
So,
Renee.
With
Thank
that,
you.
we're
Very
going to
proud
let
to
you
be
do
here.
your song, All That Jazz. Take it away. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? Yeah, and all that jazz, I'm gonna bruise my knees and roll my stockings down. Yeah, and all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold, but the piano is hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl, and all of that jazz. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold, but the piano is hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl, and all of that jazz. Oh, slick your hair and wear your buckled shoes. Come on, and all that jazz, I hear that Father Dip is gonna blow the blues. Yeah, and all that jazz, oh, hold on, hun, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drugs in case we shake apart and want a brand new start to do that, oh, jazz. No, I'm no one's wife, but oh yeah, I love my life. No, that Frank. Thank you so much. Frank, I didn't ask you. I'm going to come by you first. Oh, can I? No? Why don't you come over here, Frank? I'm sorry, Tommy. I know I don't live the right life. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself. How did you meet Terry? How long have you been playing the keyboard and the piano and stuff?
Well, the Terry meeting is a classic case of, oops, my piano player can't show up. Can you fill in for the day? And that was over 5 or 6 years ago. And we did a gig, and I said, I have to, and I must perform with this lady. And we've been playing ever since.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And
It's a connection, right?
It is, indeed. And I started playing, believe it or not, when I was 4 years old. And I just turned 60 last week, so you do the math on how long I've been playing.
Well, you look phenomenal as well for 60.
Thank you.
So,
do they have a Mr. Senior?
I don't know, but you'd be awesome.
Maybe we could win together.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, a Mr. and Mrs. A Mr. and Mrs.
Exactly. Thank you so much for performing. And
thank
good
you.
luck with the cause. It's a
Thank
wonderful,
you.
wonderful
You
cause.
guys are going to be performing on the telethon
Indeed.
day
Yes.
as
Indeed,
well.
we will.
We're honored, and honestly, we're so happy that you see our vision and you're willing to help us, because strokes doesn't discriminate. It attacks people unexpectedly, and it really does make a difference that you're willing. So thank you so much. Thank you. We're going to be right back. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America, and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you could follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
Shannon Gates is the #1 fence provider on Long Island, with the most inventory in stock, including vinyl, chain link, and aluminum. Gates offers a custom powder-coated system that prevents rust throughout the life of the fence. We carry fence tools to the trade. We even stock wood, rail, and glass hardware as well. Shannon Gates has our very own patented locking system. The next time you need fencing of any sort, both commercial and private, give Shannon Gates a call at 631-392-4330. You can also visit our website at shannongatesinc.com. Shannon Gates.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you. Plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
Hello, welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. I'm Renee Marie, and I'm so happy to have Elvis in the house. Woo!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's Elvis's birthday, right?
80 years old. Yeah, 80 years young.
Yeah. But I'm going to let your wife, wonderful Judy Marlowe Ratway,
Also known as Priscilla.
Priscilla, introduce you because she loves you.
Thank you.
Andrew G. Ratway performs as Elvis.
Woo! And he's doing a song that I love.
Yes.
Everybody needs to fall in love in life, right?
From Blue Hawaii.
Yeah, yep. And I heard the wonderful romantic dinners you bring Judy out to once in a
I
while.
always want to do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's very romantic.
Very romantic.
So
yeah.
you walk the walk like
I walked the
Elvis.
walk. I went down on one knee 22 years ago.
Ooh.
In a restaurant.
Married my bride.
That's awesome. We're going to let you sing, and then we'll come
Okay.
back and chat a little bit.
Thank you.
So here we go with
Can't help falling in love with you.
Can't Help Falling in Love.
Thank you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you.
That was awesome. That
Appreciate
was
it.
beautiful.
I used to end all my shows with that song.
That was excellent. That
Can't
was
Help Falling in
excellent.
Love.
Very
Thank you,
good,
Bobby.
very good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You
you.
are really, you and your wife, Judy, are a gift to our foundation.
Thank you.
And really, we're privileged and honored to work with you every
Whatever
day.
I can do to help out. And my fans out there, my Elvis fans, make sure you tune in on March 29th for this wonderful event for stroke awareness. Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck telethon.
That was a little aphasia happening.
It was a little aphasia for Elvis.
No, but that's true. Thank you
Okay.
so much. And
Thank
it
you.
is. It's a stroke of luck, and it is on March 29th.
That's great. And aphasia too, I
And
know.
aphasia.
Yes.
Yes. You have followed our story for a long time, and
Whatever we can do to help, we
yes,
want to help you,
yes.
Renee.
So just
Thank
tell
you.
them once again to join us.
Join us on March 29th. It's going to be from 2 to 8 p.m. right here on Madhouse TV.
Right.
Thank you.
Renee Marie's Language of Love.
Language of Love.
Thank
and here
you.
she is right here.
Ah, thank
and
you,
she
thank
is,
you,
she
thank
is
you,
love.
thank
She
you.
really is.
Come on up, ladies. I just want to, this is the first segment, first hour of our 2-hour special, and we're so happy to be here and so honored, and we're all fired up. We're all fired up about the telethon, and we're going to give the mic to Florence, and where should she stand to do a little, can you zoom in on her? Would that be possible? Where does she need to stand? Where I am? Okay. She's going to do a little PR piece to her friends and her followers and everything that possibly they could join us on March 29th. Take it away.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. And Renee didn't know this, but my sister's husband had a major stroke. And it was because of all the, the care that he received that he was able to live for 3 years after the stroke. And this is why it's so close to my heart that I should promote stroke victims' good care and any kind of help that people can offer in order to make this a better time for people when they suffer like that. So I wanted to invite you to listen to the telethon on March 29th, because I'll be here and I'll be looking forward to doing what I can to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We're blessed. We're blessed to have Florence share her story with us. We had no idea. That was a surprise to all of us.
I know.
That was an extra. That was an extra bonus, because when you do from the heart, it really does make a difference. When you really make a difference.
Thank you.
Terry, come on. Why don't you switch places with Florence, and you could do a little PR blurb, your spiel, and speak from your heart, and
Yes.
whatever comes out. It's right there.
Absolutely. I want to thank Judy very much for getting me involved in this wonderful cause. I'm very excited about it. I'm letting a lot of people know about it. And I'm just really proud to be here and to help in any way that I can. Along with Florence, I will be performing at the telethon on March 29th. 2015, right here at MadhouseTV.com. And with my accompanist, Frank Doyle, who is an awesome keyboardist and musician. So I am saying to all of my bankers out there, all of my customers, you know who you are, and other musicians, please come on out and support this stroke awareness. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you. We're honored and we're blessed. We're honored and blessed. And we're going to let Andrew do a little blurb himself, and then we're going to roll out.
Hi, I'm Andrew G. Ratway, and I perform as Elvis. On March 29th, I'm going to be here in the studio, in the Madhouse Studios here, for the Renee Marie Language of Love Stroke Awareness, and aphasia. I'm asking all my fans, all my Elvis fans now, to get your family and friends and tune in on that day for this very important event. Let's TCB. Let's take care of business like Elvis would have wanted to do. Okay, and thank you very much.
Woo, thank you. Okay, Bobby's going to do one, and then we're going to have Judy do a quick one, and then we're going to roll on out.
Okay.
Wait for Tommy.
Howdy.
All right.
I'm Bobby Baby Walker, and I'd like to ask all my friends, all my associates in the music field, to tune in to Madhouse TV when we do our March 29th telethon, Renee Marie's telethon, and support it, you know. We're going to have a lot of entertainment on here, so come in and contribute.
Yay! Thank
Okay.
you, Bobby. Thank you. What and
Money,
yes.
money,
Tommy, you want to
money.
do a quick blurb? Come here
Yeah,
and do
yeah,
a quick blurb.
we're going to need some money, so.
Well, Tommy actually has some wonderful entertainers who. Can you just release the entertainers that are going to be?
Well, we have a lot of them coming in. We have some comedians coming in, top-notch comedians. We're going to have some great singers in here. Parita Kitson's going to be here.
Yes.
Is a lot of people yet to
Yes,
come.
yes.
I forget the gentleman's name in Delaware.
Oh,
He was in the Stylistics. Guy's amazing.
Stuart Orlando
Yeah,
Morgan.
He's great. He's
Stuart
phenomenal.
Orlando Morgan. Yes,
And,
yes.
There's going to be some
Yes,
great
yes.
entertainment, but the biggest thing is get your heart out and get your checks out and send some money, and even don't think that $5 isn't a lot. It's a lot when you add it up all over the country and the
Yes.
world. Any little bit helps, so send it in, because, you know, I didn't know a lot about this till I met Renee, and I certainly wasn't aware that it happens to so many young people. I
It
mean,
does.
how old were you?
I was 26.
26 years old. So, I mean, we do have to make an awareness, because I mean, I'm an old man and I didn't know that.
That's
And,
the misconception.
Really, so we do need to bring some awareness, and I promise you're going to have some phenomenal entertainment. That we promise. And
We are going to rock and roll.
some great
We're
people are going to
rock
be
and
here.
roll.
Great human
Yes,
beings are going
yes.
to be here.
And
So
one last one, Judy wants to do it, but thank you, Tommy.
you got it.
Thank you so much. We're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. Woo!
Yeah. I just
We
want to
have
make one
more.
comment.
Oh,
One
more?
comment. Tommy meant mature.
Yes,
man.
and Tommy will be entertaining as well on the Madhouse TV Telethon on March 29, 2015. We are going to have a show that's going to rock the world.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And before we go, Judy wants to say a few words, but I want to remind you in our next hour, we're into our next hour, but in our next hour, we're going to have a special announcement that is going to rock the world. We're going to have 2 stroke survivors that are going to talk about their stories, and we are making a difference. We are changing the face of strokes and aphasia around the world together. So Judy,
Absolutely.
go ahead.
Hi, I'm Judy.
Hang on one second,
Morlow.
Judy. I want them to. Can you zero in on Judy? Would that be possible? This is the last one, and then we'll roll out.
Which camera? Hi, I'm Judy Morlow Ratway, Executive Director of Public Relations for the Renee Marie Language of Love Telethon, being broadcast here at Madhouse Studios on March 29th, 2015 for stroke and aphasia awareness. And I'd like all my friends, relatives, and everybody I know from all the organizations I belong to tune in and donate to this worthy cause. We're going to have a great show. The stroke survivors are going to be telling their story. The entertainment is going to be awesome, and please donate to us. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Woo! Okay. Thank you so much. We are going to roll out, and we're going to go to a commercial. And Michael, why don't you come up? The donations for the foundation, we'll talk about it. Thank you so much, Michael. Why don't you come on up? Yeah, come on up. We're just rolling out of the first segment. But we want to mention that we are a 501c3, and the 2 organizations, one is the National Stroke Association. The other one is going to be announced in a few minutes. We're going to announce the other donations that will be receiving a third of the portion of the proceeds, of the net proceeds from from the telethon. But we are all a 501c3, and any donations you make, you can certainly claim it on your taxes. So here we go. We're going to blow our kisses for the first round, and we want to say thank you so much to everybody for being a part of this excellent, wonderful Stroke of Luck show. This was the best one yet. This was the best one yet. We're going to blow kisses, and here we go. God bless everybody. Have a stroke of luck, and we'll be right back. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside. Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body.
I just wanted to love me.
But mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
Nos afecta a todos.
It affects us all.
모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love. Hello, welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. I'm Renee Marie, and this is the time when we're going to make the special announcement. We are going to rock the world with stroke and aphasia awareness, and we've just joined forces, or they have accepted our invitation, which we are just blessed and honored and so privileged to work with this organization. And I am going to let Judy do the announcement, because Judy was the one that hooked us up with this organization. And before you roll off of me, I want to say that our 2 stroke survivors, who are our special inspiring guests here today, they belong to this organization, and we'll hear a little bit more about it. And of course, we have BBW in the house, woo! Jamie Walker. And so Judy, take it away.
I'm very proud to announce that we made an invitation to this organization and they accepted. It is the American Stroke Association.
Yay! I am so happy. You know, it's humbling to me to be involved with such huge organizations. The National Stroke Association is benefiting from our telethon, and now the American Stroke Association. And I have to tell both of you and all of you that before we even offered the invitation to the American Stroke Association, they were so supportive and assisted of our telethon, and they without the knowledge that we were in thinking of inviting them into the telethon.
Wonderful.
And that's just an astounding, that just shows that their dedication is to awareness. And I'm just happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, 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 yay.
Thank you.
Hey, Bobby, isn't that awesome?
Absolutely. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great news.
Yeah, yes. So I want to introduce, that's the word I was looking for, our two guests. Our 2 guests are, lost your page. I just want your full names. I know it's Nancy. Okay, Nancy, how do you say your last name? Magrini. I'm drawing a blank. But Nancy Magrini. Nancy suffered a stroke.
Yes.
On what year?
2005.
2005. Wow. And we'll talk a little bit about what happened and stuff, but when did you become a part of the American Stroke Association?
I've been involved with them for probably over 12 years.
Wow.
And then after I'd had my stroke, I became even more involved. I really dedicate a lot of my time to the American Heart and to the American Stroke.
Right, because it's so important for awareness.
It very much. You have to be your own best advocate, especially when you are a survivor. You really have to be out there, and you have to try to help. Even if you reach one person, that makes a world of difference. It really does.
One person at a time.
I absolutely agree.
That's the way you do it.
That's wonderful. We'll talk about your story, because I really want to hear and I really want to share with everybody what happened so that they could be aware. But yours is very interesting because you actually knew the signs and can't even think right now.
That's right.
And you were the one that determined that you thought that you had a stroke.
Yes.
So Kennetha, I remember. Well, it is. It is a stroke. It's one of my weaknesses.
Yes.
One of my weaknesses that I really, people when they see me looking up, or I'm really trying to process and think about what I need to. Bobby likes.
That's what I like the best.
Yes, and I read that in your bio.
Yes.
Your bio said that what's your last name, by the way?
Pettis.
Kennetha Pettis.
Yes.
I'm saying it, Kennetha Pettis. Woo! I'm very proud of myself. Now, take that on record so that we can always remember that. No, it's a beautiful name, though, Kennetha. It's a beautiful name. But I remember in your story that you still have some difficulties. And how long ago was your stroke?
2007.
2007. Wow. So I mean, mine was 1989, right? It was 26 years ago, 27 years ago. So it's funny. So how does like what happens when you have that? And do they consider that aphasia?
You know, I don't discuss it with this part with the doctor. You know, I used to panic and run to the doctor every time I have a panic attack, I call it, you know, and anxiety, and they would give me things for anxiety. But now I learned how to deal with it. Instead of getting excited, I sort of take a deep breath, and I back up a minute, and I let it go, and not try to figure out and stress myself out.
Right.
So I move on. So you have to take a minute, take a deep breath, pause, and just and calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it passes, and you move on. So, you know, I try not to let it become a handicap for me.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, people who know me, they see it, and sometimes they don't even realize what I'm doing, but I just take a minute. So just in case I have a minute.
Well, yeah.
It happens when you see me just sort of back up and relax.
Yes, and that's actually what I do.
You have to.
You have to come up with principles.
Yes.
You have to come up with things that we all have our weaknesses in our lives. We all have, you know, our trials, and we have to learn how to deal with them.
Exactly.
And
That was my way of coping. And you know, people say, "Oh, go to yoga," and then, but after all of that, the yoga and everything, this worked for me, and it has worked over the years. So.
Right. So, when did you become a part of the American Stroke Association? Who's a part of the telethon now? Yay!
Just like
Nancy. Tell I'm excited. And by the way, before we want to thank Sharon. Sharon is, explain who Sharon is, Judy, because Sharon is the connection to all of us, and she really is the one that we felt to be a part of the telethon. And she's rocking. So thank you so much, Sharon.
Sharon. Supervising.
Yes. She's being her hospitable self in the waiting room.
Thank you, Sharon.
Room. So tell us when you became.
Just like Nancy, I was, you know, I attended the very first Go Red for Women luncheon, and I always enjoyed the luncheons. It was a nice affair, and just hearing other people's stories, not knowing one day it would be me. And after I had my stroke, I wanted to get more involved. And I just remember being in hospital saying, if I survive this, you know, I would get more involved and to help other women become aware of the signs, because I clearly didn't know signs.
Yes.
So I got involved with the Go Red for Women Committee luncheon. And after several years serving on the luncheon committee, I was asked by Kathy Munch if I would like to sit on the board, because I wanted to get more involved and I wanted to help with awareness.
You're on the board of the American Stroke Association.
I think 3 years now I'm on the board of directors.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
So
yes. That is awesome.
So, and I do have a mission, and you know, my peeve, I would say, is African American women and women of color are at the highest risk.
Yes.
And I wasn't aware of this. You know, I just know strokes, and I always thought strokes was something that older people, you know, would happen to older people. And
that's the misconception.
That's the misconception.
That's the misconception.
Absolutely.
That's why in my terminology that I described is we are changing the face of strokes.
Right. Exactly.
And the face is the misconception that it only happens to old people.
That's right. Exactly.
And I shouldn't say old people. People
mature people.
Mature. And
well,
you know what?
mature people.
I think that people who are up in age have more wisdom. And it's such a beautiful thing. I never look at them like old. I look at them as wise.
Yeah,
and they have such wisdom in their lives. I'll never forget my dad. This is really off track, but my dad was walking a woman home from my deli one time. She used to live in a building next door, and she was 80 years old. And he said, "So tell me, how does it feel to be 80 years old?" And she just looked at him and she said, "I feel exactly the same inside. It's just my body can't keep up." And her wisdom was just like, it's sad. Her body couldn't keep up, but she was like, her mind was as bright as anything could be.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, sorry about that. My little blurb.
So after getting involved with the board, I was speaking with Kathy Munch, and I said, when I realized the statistics that women of color are at a higher risk for stroke and heart disease, I decided that we need to do something to bring more awareness to the communities of women and people of color. So, and I figured, what better way to reach people, the masses? So because I'm very involved in my church and in ministry, I figured the churches. If we could just reach out, no matter what denomination or what faith believes, we're everywhere. So, you know, if we could reach the masses that way. So now we have this Worship in Red Sunday.
Oh my God.
You choose the Sunday,
I
you know, and then the Heart Association, the Stroke Association will provide information to the churches, and churches for, you know, whatever money from $1 to $1 million you can donate any, you know, to the cause, and and you choose the Sunday that works best for your church or temple or congregation or whatever, and hopefully, you know, we could just help spread the word.
Wow.
And
That's
save
awesome.
lives.
Congratulations.
Spreading
That's
the word.
wonderful.
Spreading the
Yes.
word, yes.
Yes.
So that's something that's near and dear to my heart. And
Well, we're happy, we're honored to have you be on the show and
Thank you.
share your wisdom, and
Thank
you know, your words are going to touch the world right now. They're going to touch the world. So, Nancy, yes, tell us a little bit about your story.
Well,
tell us how it happens, and you know, give us a little tidbit.
Insight?
A little insight into your.
All right, well, basically, I was asleep, and I had woken up to go to the bathroom like most people do in the middle of the night, things like that. And I kind of fell out of bed, but I figured the lights weren't on, things like that. Got back into bed. I woke up hours later and realized that my entire left side was paralyzed. And at that point, I had realized that I had had a stroke.
Now, how did you realize, because that interests me. How did you, because when you're going through a stroke, when I was going through my stroke, I didn't know what was happening to me. I couldn't, and I wasn't even, I was out. I mean, I went down. So I collapsed. So I didn't even know that wasn't even aware. I wasn't even have the time to think about having a stroke. So how did you know? How did you feel? How did you feel?
Well, I mean, again, you're laying in bed, your covers are over you, and my alarm had gone off to get up to go to work. It was a snowy morning. I went to get out, and I couldn't get my body up. And I realized at that point that my entire left side was just frozen, if you want to use that word even.
Scary feeling.
And I couldn't get the covers off. I felt very claustrophobic, but I knew in my heart I had had a stroke. I really honestly did. And at that point, I realized that it was a matter of, could I communicate, which I was able to, because I remember talking out loud to make sure I could at least talk, which was fine. And then it was a matter of getting to the phone and calling, obviously, for help, because I knew I had had a stroke. I knew it in my heart. I can't explain that, but I just knew.
Did you know? Were you aware of the signs prior?
Yes.
That's very interesting. That you knew. You just sensed it. You just had a sixth sense about the fact that you had a stroke.
Yes. Well, one of the reasons too is because my dad passed away at 38.
Oh.
I was very young. I was 9 years old, and from that point on, my mom always made sure that my sisters and I were always tested to make sure, because heart disease ran in my father's family.
What did he pass from?
Angina. He had 5 heart attacks between the age of 34 and 38 years old.
Wow.
And you know, from that point on, it was always a big part of my life.
Wow. Wow.
So
with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk to our wonderful guest and roundtable group here, Bobby Baby Walker, Judy Kennetha, and Nancy. We'll be right back. Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does play make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you could follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless. Welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. We're here at Madhouse Studios, and we just had the great announcement that the American Stroke Association is now a part of our telethon, and we are so happy, right?
Yeah!
Yay! We've made big strides. We've made big strides with the telethon, and I'm so happy to, work with the American Stroke Association and the National Stroke Association and all the other small and big and any stroke association. Our mission is to gather everyone together for this cause on March 29, 2015, to bring everyone together to change the face of stroke in the world. That's our mission, and we think that together we can change it, the face of strokes around the world, which means that the misconception that happens in strokes, that young people never get strokes. There was an 11-year-old boy when I had my stroke that suffered a stroke. And I just did a benefit 6 months ago or something like that, and this young little girl came up and told me her brother was born with a stroke. So it touches all, it's not discriminatory.
No.
It's not discriminatory. It touches everyone around the world, and we are going to change the face of strokes, and we are going to make people aware, because you could save your own life, you could save someone you love's life, and you could really make a difference in someone, or we could change at least the disability that happens after a stroke if you know the signs. You know, before we get into our discussion, last week on my show, I don't know what was wrong with me. I actually said face. I guess my face, the face of strokes is in my brain, but it's actually fast. It's actually fast. Jen, can you put that up on the screen? I think I sent you yes, put it there. Just so that everybody could see what they need to know. I'm correct, right?
Totally correct.
Totally
Absolutely.
correct. Kennetha,
Yes,
totally
absolutely.
correct. Judy,
Absolutely.
Bobby, so totally correct. Fast is, face is uneven. Did that happen to either one of you when you're the stroke?
Yes. Tight.
Very little, but again, I didn't know that there was anything because I was asleep.
Right.
But
right.
Until after the fact. But
I know.
I had a tightness on the left side.
Wow. So. Wow. Arms is weak.
Absolutely.
Weak, tingly.
Tingling your arms.
Totally dead. Totally couldn't move it.
Are you both back 100% physically?
I'm going to say probably I'm going to say about 95%. I still have some residual issues on the left side. You don't see them on a day-to-day basis, but when towards the end of the day, you'll see my leg starts to drag a little bit. My hand will start to do that because I have the constant tingling.
Yes. My arm is
Constant.
my arm is out of whack lately. I mean, I can't even.
Yeah, see, that's from the atrophy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
But normally, I mean, I really think it's because of the cold.
That has the weather conditions do have something to do with it because I find that same thing with the arm. I cannot extend it.
Right.
But it's a combination of weather and the atrophy that runs throughout your body.
Gosh. And S is for strange speech.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. And T is, and this one's really, 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 really important. What is it?
Time.
Time.
Yeah.
Time. That people.
That elapses since the
From the onset, 4.5 hours you have to get yourself into the hospital to get a CAT scan.
Right.
And
have them administrate the drug.
Yes,
The
yes.
faster you get there, the better.
That's
Yes,
exactly right.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm glad I straightened that out. I made a mistake. So Nancy, tell me about your 2009 Red Cabin. You were on that committee?
I've been part of the American Heart Association and Stroke, the Go Red luncheon for many, many years. And in 2009, they named me the Red Cap Ambassador for the Walk for American Heart and Stroke.
Oh, wow.
So
That's a wonderful
which was
honor.
really, really a wonderful
Wonderful.
honor. Wonderful, wonderful honor. We raised a lot of money as we do every year. It was really nice.
That's
nice honor.
so good. Tell us a little bit about the phone, because I remember when I read your bio, it said the phone was all the way on the other side, and you couldn't get out of bed. So how did you get to that phone?
It was difficult because again, I couldn't get the covers off of me, and I think that was the part that was just frustrating me. And once I did, I really just dragged myself to the other side of the bed where the phone was. And at that point, I was able to make the calls that needed to be made, obviously to get the ambulance there and to let.
And I even remember your door was locked.
Yes, my front door was locked, and being OCD'd, if you know me, you understand that. It's like, oh my God, they're going to come, they're going to break down the door, who's going to keep an eye on the house? So I basically, by the grace of God, got myself up with the good side and basically just kind of threw myself against the armoire in my bedroom and then just slowly pulled myself out into the hallway to get to the front door, which ironically, I had the keys in the front door for some reason. And I just kind of, again, took kind of like a leap, got to the door, unlocked it, and just sat there and waited for the ambulance to get there.
And it's probably seemed like forever.
It did. I just sat there. I just sat there. I mean, there was nothing else I could do. I knew it had happened.
Wow, wow. Kennetha, I remember reading in your bio something like you saw your life passing before you.
Well, 2007, my daughter was a senior in high school. So all these things started passing through my mind that I wouldn't see her graduate, well, first her prom, graduation, and all these things.
Wedding.
So, yeah. Well, not wedding. Well, she was a senior. Well, at the time I was thinking about, she needs me. Yeah, all these things. So I was worried about that, but I didn't know it was a stroke. I didn't know what was happening. It was a scary feeling because I didn't know the signs. And, I should have because I attended the luncheons and I should know. But, you just never think it would happen to you. Right. So all of a sudden, you're not thinking, And I remember someone in the office was saying, oh, it's probably Bell's palsy or something. I kept saying I feel the tightness. So I didn't pass out. I was
And you were at work, right?
Right. And I said, oh, something. I just could. I was trying to talk and nothing would come out. And I was like, wow, what is happening to me? So I thought maybe I just need to sit down and be still, And I remember saying, Karen, I don't feel well. There's a tingling and tightness in my jaw.
Wow.
And I could hear the words, but I couldn't speak them. And it was just a scary thing. So I said, okay, I'll just sit down. And she said, maybe you should go to the doctor. And I said, well, let me just call my son. Figuring police officer, he could get me there. Ambulance. I didn't think it was serious enough for me to go through that it's something that would pass. So then I said, take me to my doctor's office. Now I'm in Mineola, and I said, take me to Belmore.
Oh,
Because
no.
I just went to go to the doctor and see, because I'm thinking it's
You're right by
anything.
the hospitals there. Anyhow.
I know. So then he said, we have to go directly to the hospital. So I said, take me to my hospital, Oceanside. So meanwhile, I had all these preferences. I'm thinking, they take me here, take me. I know. When I think about it now, I'm saying that was really silly. I was around the corner from the hospital in Minia.
You went to Oceanside?
Yes. So I didn't know if I could call the hospital name. I didn't know. So I left from Mineola to Belmore to Oceanside because thinking that, and immediately when we got to the hospital, everything started happening so fast. They're putting something on my tongue, everything. Then
What
it
did
just
they put on your tongue?
I don't know, something, I forgot the name.
What was it for? Not that I need to know the medicine. What was it for? To calm you down or something?
No, what do you call it?
Some kind of a stimulant?
No. Mm-mm.
You'll think of it. You'll think of it. No. I do the same thing.
I don't know because I don't know if they thought I was having a heart attack. I think my heart was racing. Everything was happening.
Is that something they give you?
Because they didn't do that.
It was something. I can't. You know what? Maybe I'm.
Don't know.
That's okay. When you think of it, let us know.
I'm not trying to get excited here, so I'm going to stay calm. I can't think of it right this second.
That's okay. But let me ask you something really, really, really important. Are we going to have to take a break, Vicki? No? Okay. So let me ask you something really important. Do either one of you have histories in your family for strokes?
Not that I know of.
No, my dad really was the only one.
But he had heart conditions.
He had heart condition, right.
Yeah.
But later on, after my stroke, I found out my first cousin, her daughter, was born with a stroke.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so, and that's when I found out. I didn't know that my second cousin had a stroke, had a stroke. And Lauren does wonderful. I mean, we're together. In fact, the whole family was together for the heart walk and everything. I mean, they were all there, but that was the first time I ever knew about stroke in my family.
Wow.
Nitro something, I don't know what they put under.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't asking for the specific
because,
type. I was asking because I never heard, and believe me, I'm learning. This is a learning process for me. That's why I love to do this, because I'm learning so much information.
Well, every case is different.
Yeah.
So every situation is different.
And that's something that is very interesting as well, because people, if you have a heart attack, there's probably a reason like there's blood blockages and stuff. Am I correct? Because I'm not a doctor.
It could be the valve. It could be anything.
But strokes could be a whole variety of different strokes.
I mean, I was thinking I wasn't overweight. I mean, at the time, I certainly was much smaller than I am now. So I'm thinking, I thought I was healthy. I walked. I ate, the right things.
Doesn't matter though.
So I'm thinking I did all those right things, and when it happened.
Did both of you get a CAT scan right away?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
how they
do.
determined that there was a blood clot.
That's right.
That's exactly how they determined it.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. We're going to really end the show with what we feel is the most important piece of information for us to share with you. And we're going to ask Nancy and Kennetha how it changed their lives and what they think about their lives and their purpose here on Earth. When we come right back. We'll be right back. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you could follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless. We're going to do a...
Sharon left?
Hello! Welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. This has been an outstanding show.
Incredible.
I mean, right? It really rocks the world. We're making a difference. We're making a difference. And we're so happy. We're so passionate. And we're so lucky to, and that's why I called my book A Stroke of Luck. And before, when I was closing out the show, I said, have a stroke of luck. And I didn't mean for everybody to have a stroke of luck. I get so excited sometimes I lose my mind. I meant, I wish you a luck. I mean, that's really what I meant. And I hope that anything that happens in your life, you always take whatever's good out of it. And because it's not going to change what's happened in your life. You have to, it is what it is. I remember going into the room about Hackensack Hospital and seeing a plaque that really caught my attention, and it said, "Life is about Plan B." So it was pretty incredible. I am so happy that both of you have taken the time to spend with us, and I'm really happy that we've begun this journey together. With the American Stroke Association. We are honored and privileged. You have no idea how we feel. You know, just think about it. You know, I was a little girl in Hawthorne, New Jersey, a little town in New Jersey, and I had these big dreams of having a telethon and making a difference in the world. And to think that the American Stroke Association sees my vision and I see their vision and I see the National Stroke Association's vision. I mean, that's just like, I had tears coming down my face, you know.
It's a dream come true.
It's not even a dream, it's just, you know, when we have a purpose and we're making a difference.
That's why we're here, though.
Yeah. So tell me, I read in your bio, what did you say? You said, I want to leave you with one thing. So before we go, I want to just share two things. I want to hear what you want to tell them about what your last thoughts and what you think is really important to say to the world. You have a platform now that the whole world can watch, and the whole world is going to be able to view this not only here and now on Madhouse TV, but for the rest of the time. It's going to be on the internet.
Wants me to have a stroke right now.
I just said I'm just saying that because this is so incredible that we have this platform at Madhouse TV.
Yeah.
So Nancy, you go first.
Well, what I can say is that, you know, life can change in a heartbeat, and our lives have. And we've been all given a second chance. And my feeling is we're out there to try to help people understand about stroke, about heart, to know the signs, to be able to help people and pass on the word. And by what you're doing, I think is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I'm very happy to be part of this, and I'd like to also be part of your telethon.
You're in when you said it.
I mean, I think it's wonderful.
If you know me and people on my job and all that kind of stuff, they know, don't ever say you want to help with me, because I'm like, oh, okay. Judy knows I never say no to anybody. It doesn't matter whether you could answer the phone. It doesn't matter whether you can run with things like Judy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody has their gift in life to bring to us, and we got to use their gifts that they have.
Right,
so.
And the most important thing is always be aware of your surroundings. You know your history. Know what's going on in your family, whether it be second generation, third generation, how far back, it doesn't matter. But as long as you know, that's going to make you aware of a lot of things. And if you have had it in your family, like I have, and Kennetha has too, be aware of that. Let the rest of your family members know that, your friends, your coworkers. I mean, one of my coworkers did have a stroke in my arms in the office. Oh my God. So again, this is a whole other thing, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, is to help people so that they understand and they know what to do, just in case, God forbid, you see someone with a heart attack, with a stroke, you'll know exactly what to do.
Yes,
And
yes.
the most important thing I can tell you is just call 911.
That's the only thing you can do.
That it'll save your life.
It
Yes.
certainly will.
Right.
It
And life
certainly
is short, as we know. So
Yes.
this
Very
is not a dress
precious.
rehearsal. This is it.
This is it.
So make sure you have the right boots on and shoes. Come on.
Shoes. Right.
Throw that to shoes.
No, we were just
Kennetha.
fortunate to have a second chance.
Yes, we
You
were.
know, there's so many
Absolutely.
people that, you know,
We
did
had
not
that
have
second
a
chance.
second chance. So I believe that we were left here for a reason.
Yes.
And I believe that it's our obligation, our responsibility to spread the word, to help others, to tell the story
Pass it on.
over
Yep.
and over and over again.
Absolutely.
You know, and tell the families to, you know, document this. Talk to your family, talk to your children, your friends, and everyone, because they need to know that just like other diseases, people need to know not just when they say their family tree, but you need to know the health history of your family. And that's very important because something may happen maybe 2 generations from now. If my kids didn't know about this, they wouldn't. And they ask the question, is their history, they would not know this. So
Wow.
it's important that you sit down and you explain to them. So, and that's why the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association is very important. February 6th is our Wear Red Day.
Go red,
I'm
yes,
coming.
wear red.
February. That's what I was invited to, right?
Yes.
Wear red.
I'm coming.
February 6th.
Are you both going to be there?
That's right.
That's the, you're talking about the luncheon.
The luncheon.
February
11th.
February 6th is the Wear Red.
It's Go Red
Go
Day.
Red.
Yes.
Red.
We're all organizations, friends.
Hey, ladies and
they all wear
gentlemen,
red.
remember that.
Red.
All
Something
wear
red.
red.
What day
6th.
is that on?
That's I think
February
it's-
6th.
Is that
February
a Friday?
6th?
I think
Yep,
it's a
We
Wear
have to
Red.
wear red.
Yes.
Red.
I don't
Wear
care
red,
what you do.
yes.
If
So
you go
we
to
gotta
work, school,
spread.
stay at home, wear red to support
That's right.
the Heart and Stroke Association.
So I got to
Absolutely.
promote to wear red to become aware.
It's a
That's for
It's
awareness.
awareness.
We got to hook up via email so that
Sure.
we.
And then on February 11th.
That's a
the
whole nother
Wednesday.
thing.
That's our big luncheon at
Yeah.
Crest Hollow Country Club. And if you're interested in supporting this event, you could contact the American Heart Association and Beth Page. It is,
Yep, Beth Page,
Road,
yes.
yes. So the Nassau County chapter.
Actually, it's considered Plainview.
Plainview on East
Plainview.
Beth Page Road. 125 East Beth Page Road is
Jessica,
the heart.
Jessica DeMeo.
Jamea, Yamis Fields, Kathy Munch, anybody in that office there, you could contact. We have almost 1,000 attendees.
Yes.
at
I'm
this
going to be
luncheon.
there.
So we're so glad that you're going to join us on that day.
I am. You have no idea. I mean, for me to be surrounded with people that understand, I mean, the energies in that room must
Oh my
be
God,
like,
it's
they
awesome.
must rock.
We
They
speak
must
the same
rock.
language.
Like,
Yes.
it's like, okay, let's go get the world. Let's go make awareness, you know? So it's really, it's, oh gosh.
And we do make a difference.
Yeah.
Yes,
we do
it
make a
does.
difference.
And aware, and if anyone out there needs any information about Heart and Stroke Association, you could contact any Heart Association stroke office.
Yes,
They will
correct.
give you pamphlets, send you whatever you need for your
Wow.
organizations at work, your church, your temple, whatever. Any information you need about Stroke and Heart Association, they will send you information, and that's what these monies are. You know, part of the proceeds to to get this information out to people. So
Come on up. Well, come on, stand up.
Okay.
We're so, Michael, come
Come in the
on.
middle next to
Oh, I got all this.
Where did the
connected.
time go?
Where did the time go? Come on in.
What did I do?
This was a 2-hour show.
Oh, you're going to have to put it.
It seemed more like it was
Did-
less. It seemed like it was 15 minutes. Let's get close.
Okay.
Get closer.
Okay, so we are rocking the world. We are all fired up to make a difference in stroke on March 29, 2015, 2015, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Madhouse TV. The American Stroke Association is now a part of the National Stroke Association. My foundation, Renee Marie's Language of Love, and all the other organizations. We would love for you to come and be a part of our telethon. Support us. We're going to make a difference in the world, and we may save your life. God bless everybody. And as I always say, I hope everybody has a stroke of luck in their lives, not a stroke. I hope everybody has a stroke of luck, because a stroke of luck is really important. When you get that little bit of luck, you got to grab it with your hands, and you have to take it. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. Let's blow our kisses.